Hi, we're going to do the second part of Anne of Green Gables. It's the same length, apparently. Okay, I managed the last one. I'm actually more comfortable this way. I'm sorry I'm not doing it full screen. It's the way I did it last time. It's a lot of work in the edit because I have to keep shifting myself constantly during the edit when I'm faced onto the camera to keep myself in the center of the little circle. Yeah, and it was just a nightmare. I could use a green screen, but that's also a nightmare to set up. I can't be bothered. So I've done it like this. It'll be fine. I mean, there's not a lot of room here, whether I'll put it down here or up there. So I've got my screen quite high, so I'll probably put it higher up. I don't know. But then if I do that, well, I'm covering myself, so that doesn't matter, does it? I won't cover the screen. Anyway, this is how it is, and yeah, I think it'll work okay, hopefully. My mic hasn't been picking up a lot of what I say lately. I don't know why. I say a lot of what I say, usually at the beginning of a sentence. I haven't noticed it so much during the intro and outro, but during reactions, yeah, I don't know if I just suddenly lower my voice. I probably do. I was so loud a lot during reactions as well, but sometimes, yeah, I don't pronounce loudly, let's say. That happened in the last one as well. You might have noticed that in parts where my lips are moving, nothing's coming out. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it has a problem initially picking up my voice if I don't project. And it's hard to remember to do that. I have to make a deliberate effort to project, for some reason it's easier during intros and outros. Anyway, we'll see. We hope that works okay. Well, it won't, but I hope it works okay enough, let's say, for it not to spoil the reaction. Yeah, so the last part was a good one. It was good. I said before, it was very similar. I'm not going to compare it this time. I promise. I'm not going to mention Anne with an E. Let's see if I can not mention Anne with an E. Probably the first 5 seconds I'll mention it, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try not to. That's the challenge. And I'm just going to take it for what it is. And having got that out of my system in the first part, I think I'll be okay, hopefully. I probably will still mention it, but that's the challenge. I'll try not to. Yeah, so it ended with a kind of goodbye after, I almost mentioned Emily again then, Jesus. After Diana's mum sort of forbid Anne from seeing her daughter again. Yeah, so they shared the hair as they did before in the show that I'm not going to mention. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to do this. Yeah, so it ended there, and yeah, they Diana left, and yeah, I think that's how it ended, right? That was it. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully we're going to see at least one new character in this part. We still haven't seen Billy yet, and we still haven't seen Miss Stacy. She'll be, well, assuming she's in it. I'm sure she will be because the other teacher's left now. So there's her. I'm looking forward to that. And Billy, hopefully we'll see a character of Billy's character. Whether that's in the books or not, I don't know. If it's not, then we probably won't. Sebastian and Mary as well. Like, I think someone might have told me they weren't in the books. I got that right. I don't know. Did I look that up? I may have looked that up. Yeah, so probably not. They're probably not going to be in it. Who else is there? I don't know now. What other characters are in the other show that aren't in this? Probably forget. Aunt Josephine, right? Yeah. I wonder if we'll see her. Yeah, kind of surprising that we haven't, because I imagine she's in the books. I don't know why. I just got a feeling she probably is. Maybe she's a very, very kind of bit part character, like a side character in the books. But hopefully we'll see her. We haven't yet, so that's kind of surprising. So maybe we won't. Yeah, we're just gonna get to it. I think. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope, hope I enjoy it. I'm sure I will. Yeah, apparently there's another part. I forgot to mention that. I've been told there's another part, or more than one part, like Anne of Avonlea or something it's called. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. See how many views this gets. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't even sure I was going to do the second part because it was so similar. I liked it, but it was so similar to the other show. That first part, that I wasn't even sure. I was like, is that enough? Do I need to do any more? Because it's so similar. Like, there were almost no new, there were some, but almost no new scenes. And the dialogue was very similar and some of the wording and stuff, but it was fun and I liked it. Yeah, but I think some people, like, I didn't expect people to be sort of, wanting me to do the next part. That's really why as well. Once I'd finished that reaction, I was like, I don't think anyone wants me to, because what kind of a reaction was that? But yeah, some people have been quite encouraging with the comments, which is surprising, which I appreciate. I really wasn't expecting that. So I thought, okay, I'll do it. At least 1 or 2 people want to see it. So yeah, we'll do the second part and then we'll see from there. I probably will do the rest of it, right? Or whatever it is, the next bit. Anne of Avonlea, I think it's called. Someone told me. Thanks for that, by the way. Thanks for the information. I probably will do that because that's the stuff I haven't seen yet, and that'll be a better reaction, won't it? Whether it's got the same actors in, I don't know. I may have been told that, but if I was, I can't remember. Sorry. But I think maybe they're the same actors. How long after this that was, I don't know. Both in the book, or yeah, in the timeline of the book, and also, you know, the filming wise. But we'll see. We'll see. Look, I'm just gonna do this one now. I'm rambling now, but yeah, thanks, and yeah, let's get to it. Unusual start. Straight into the action.
Are you going to join our class?
What's going on there? They're gossiping about her. Why? Oh, that's Miss Stacy, I assume. Okay. Jesus, I didn't even notice. Yeah, good.
Good morning, class. Please sit down.
Good, she seems nice.
I am your new teacher, Miss Stacy. I shall do my very best to live up to the standards you were used to under Mr. Phillips.
Let's hope not.
But I caution you.
Oh, how young are those kids at the front?
Unfailingly strict. I shall do my utmost to help you form strong ideals.
That's keen.
I want to look back on this class as being the most committed students on Prince Edward Island.
How many schools are there on this island? Weird she said on the island rather than in the school. Yeah, the ages of these kids, I didn't notice that before. You got like, I don't know, 8, 9-year-olds and like 15-year-olds, I think. Oh, she's with Gilbert there, kind of. Oh, of course, they can't speak to each other. Well, they can't hang out, should I say. I'm sure they're allowed to speak to each other occasionally. Math class and Anne's reading a novel.
Please remain after class, Anne. I'd like to have a few words with you. I'm disappointed in you, Anne.
Hopefully she'll recognise
reading novels during geometry class.
That's Anne's thing.
Moreover, it's a deception. You know I want to encourage you to read literature, to develop your imagination.
It's already quite well developed.
During geometry class.
I knew you were sympathetic to the human plight the minute we met.
Got a nice smile.
I understand you have a plight of your own.
Diana Barry.
She's heard about this.
Her mother's refused to even let her speak with me.
Yes, I've had a visit from Mrs. Barry.
Oh, really? God.
I understand the social persecution of being an orphan.
Guess that's what they were gossiping about then.
Tomorrow is always fresh with no mistakes in it.
Well, with no mistakes in it yet. No matter what anyone accuses you of, in the end, the truth will set you free.
The truth
That's a theory.
will set you free.
Not the real world. Oh. Gotta throw it out, Anne. No, she's not just gonna scoop it out and use that, is she? Aw. Poor little thing. Oh my god, Anne, no. Doing with it. Bury it. Why is she being secretive?
Something I've got to check outside for a moment.
What do you have to check?
Yeah.
That girl.
Gonna feed an animal with it or something? I don't know. Oh, is there an imprint of the mouse in that? Oh, no, okay. Oh, she's gonna use it. I'll pass.
We should have the plum pudding without the sauce.
Never before. I've never served it without the sauce.
I forgot to put the cheesecloth over it last night. I was imagining I was a nun,
I see.
on my way to the altar.
That's her fault.
To take the vows.
Who could that be now at this hour just before supper?
Read it to Rachel.
Miss Stacy.
Good evening, Miss Cuthbert. Anne is doing simply excellent work.
She's reading novels in math class.
I intend to give extra classes after school for those students who intend to take the entrance exams at Queen's.
Okay, Gilbert's probably going to be involved, right?
RN. She's bright and energetic.
Marilla's so proud.
Very determined. I think that she could pass for a teacher or even go on to the university.
Different times.
I've always thought that a girl should
Like a
learn
miracle.
to make a living. It's a very insecure world. Well, of course she can join the class if she wants
She's
to.
so happy.
That is wonderful.
And you're just going to have to ruin this and get rid of it.
Anne actually made this plum pudding herself.
Oh, really?
And
Well, I can hardly wait to taste it.
Oh, please do.
I'm going to say something right.
Don't eat it,
Okay.
Miss Stacy!
Anne, what is wrong with you?
You'll thank her for it.
A mouse drowned in the sauce, Marilla.
And if you intend to go for teacher, you're going to have to give up your feather-brained ways.
I know I chatter on far too much, but if you only knew how many things I want to say and don't.
Jesus. Come on, Marilla. It's quite funny.
Well, I suppose in the end it was a romantic way to perish.
The romantic way to perish.
Mother says I should concentrate on learning to run a household. I feel as though you've tasted the bitterness of death.
Or is this a finishing school thing? Well, at least they spoke with each other.
All right, class. Let's start with the Latin verbs. We'll move on to the algebra after that. Please open your books at page 3.
Say Latin verbs and algebra. Oh my god. Ah, just as well she's a good teacher, because that would be dry as fuck. Another time jump. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, got the Union Jack flag.
And I should be home tomorrow before supper.
Royal visit.
You think you'll meet the Prime Minister?
Right, that happened. Right. Why have they got Union Jack flags then?
Good.
Bye.
Did Canada have the Union Jack flag before the flag they have now? Guess so. I mean, it was a colony, right? So it makes sense, I guess. Okay.
Which way do you vote, Matthew?
I vote conservative.
Then I'm a conservative, too. I'm glad. Because some of the boys at school are grits. Did you ever go courting, Matthew?
No, I don't know as I have.
Never, ever, ever?
Well, I
Genius.
couldn't do it without talking to a girl.
Well, I'm sure there were many broken hearts as a result.
Oh, go on.
Ruby Gillis says when she grows up, she wants to have a line of bows on a string and make them crazy for her.
That sounds like
Some
Ruby.
things in this world that even I cannot hope to understand. Diana.
My little sister's awful sick with the croup.
Oh.
And Mary Jo's babysitting. And she doesn't know what to do. And
Right.
we can't get word to Mother and Father because they're at the rally still.
Okay. Did she say Josephine's babysitting? I didn't hear who she said. I just had a memory of cough syrup in a bottle like that when I was a kid. It was absolutely disgusting. It was the foulest thing ever. I think it's before they sort of started to flavour it. Tasted like aniseed. I don't think that's the answer. Who's this babysitting? You did say a name, but I didn't hear it.
She's pretty bad, but I've seen worse. Put some wood in the stove, Mary Jo, and pour some water. I don't mean to hurt your
Mary Jo.
feelings, but you might have thought of that before if you had any imagination.
Alright, Anne, calm down. She's the babysitter.
Diana,
Oh,
get a fresh
imagine how
change of
scary
clothes.
that is, not being able to breathe. Like the kid in the other show, she's doing a good job, this kid. I don't know how you get a child that young to act like that. He's asleep in the background.
You must imagine my relief, Doctor.
Would have been too late by the time I got here. You saved this little baby's life.
Quick, go tell Diana's mum, or she'll find out when she soon enough. Good timing for Minnie May to get sick, nearly die.
Just couldn't keep my eyes open. But I hate to stay at home. Gil will get ahead.
Get up.
She'll dream about Gilbert now. Getting ahead. Nightmare.
You slept the day away.
The
Oh,
reason
no
for that.
one's ever been more entitled to it, I hear.
Yeah.
Mrs. Barry was over here before, begging to see you. But I wasn't about
Begging?
to wake you. You're invited to dinner.
Hmm?
I should imagine humble pie is on the menu.
Marilla, may I go right now?
Hopefully with no
Aching to see
mouse
Diana.
carcass involved. Okay. That was a weird reaction, wasn't it?
I'm so sorry I ever doubted you.
Mother said
So you
you
should
can come
be.
with us to the Christmas ball at Carmody.
And
Oh.
we'd be honored if you'd
The
stay
ball.
tonight with Diana as well. It's a very special occasion, and you would be our guest of honor.
Treating her like another daughter now. Jesus.
You can calm down because you're not going.
Oh,
For a
why?
woman so adamantly against current wine, I'm surprised she's allowing Diana
Because it's
to go.
a ball.
Ball is for adults, not
Yeah,
children.
okay.
You heard what I said, and you know what I meant by it. There'll be plenty of balls when you're older.
But I
Take
was
Marilla
invited
along.
to spend the night. I'm to be the guest of honor.
Can't deny this.
Ah, well, it's just
Come on,
an
Matthew,
honor
speak up.
you'll have to forego, eh? Now off to bed.
Oh,
This is a wound I shall bear forever.
here she goes.
Good night.
If you keep that up, Anne, she'll keep doing this to you because I think she quite enjoys hearing that kind of stuff.
You'd have been proud of her presence of mind, the way she saved
Okay.
that berry baby.
Gonna talk her into letting her go.
Why don't you let her go?
Remember Matthew, who we agreed would be raising her?
Huh.
Mrs. Barry just wants to ease her conscience, and I'm not going to allow it. And no amount of huffing and puffing from you is going to change my mind. You'd let her go to the moon if she had the notion.
I think he would.
Well, I don't approve of balls. Just fill her head with nonsense.
We got no call to raise her as cheerless as we was.
Hmm.
And it ain't interfering to have an opinion. Besides, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
You ought to let her go.
That's a revelation to Marilla. Look at her face. Probably the first time he stood up for himself and yeah. Oh, she realising all this time she's been dominating. I mean, she said huffing and puffing. I haven't heard him once huff and puff.
All right, you can go. This is all Matthew's doing, though. I wash my hands of it. If you get overheated and catch pneumonia, blame Matthew.
What?
Marilla.
If you get overheated and catch pneumonia.
And if I have to listen to any more of this, I'll just change my mind. That's what I'll
So
do.
she's not going to make her puff sleeves. Where Jeannie comes into it, maybe? Yeah, okay, he's going to for a dress, right? Be her shop, I imagine. I wasn't going to mention the other show, but she left that other show out of the blue and we never saw her again. There's no explanation really other than that she's going to France. I'm disappointed in that.
Oh, Mr. Cuthbert, what can I do for you today?
Well, now, have you got any,
Yeah, this is
do you have
awkward.
any garden rakes?
We don't carry garden rakes in the store in December, but I'll check
What kind of
upstairs.
store is
We
this?
have one or two in storage.
Where are they selling garden rakes?
The
Is it
very
not a...
last one.
I guess they sell all sorts of things.
Oh, that's,
Okay.
that's nice.
Will there be anything else, Mr. Cuthbert?
Puff sleeves.
Since you suggested, I might want to look at some hayseed.
That'll be 75 cents for the rake, Mr. Cuthbert.
Bargain. Wonder how much that is now.
I might want to look at,
I might want to look.
it wouldn't be too much trouble.
Yes?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Bless
sugar.
him.
Oh, Waiter Brown.
They sell sugar as well. What the fuck?
Oh,
It's like a Walmart or something.
I'm sure 20 pounds will be enough.
Gonna come out with half the shop. No dress. Actually, I think he left the shop in the other show and went back.
That'll be $1.
I think he got accosted by another shop owner.
I need a dress.
Mm.
With puff sleeves.
I love the way he looked around.
Puffed sleeves?
Make sure no one's listening.
Oh, land's sakes, Mr. Cuthbert, why didn't you say so in the first place? Now, you just come with me to the window.
The way he whispered that as well.
So beautiful.
Okay.
Brown sugar indeed. I
Not
knew
sure about
Matthew
it.
was up to some foolishness.
Marilla.
Wow, that's really puffy.
Puffs.
They're ridiculous.
Holy shit.
You'll have to turn sideways to get through the doors.
Looks like the Stay Puff Marshmallow
Be
Man.
real.
Go upstairs and take that off.
I have to thank Matthew.
Yeah, I don't know about that dress actually. Maybe it was a fashion back then.
20 pounds of brown sugar.
Yeah, I think it's the pale blue. I don't think it suits her that much. I mean, who am I to say what suits her? I like
should've
the
waited till Christmas, but
this part.
I thought you might want to wear it to the ball. Don't you like it?
Like it? It's more exquisite than any dress I could ever have imagined.
Puff sleeves.
Puffiest in the world.
They really are the puffiest in the world.
You were a man of impeccable taste, Matthew.
I don't want to get your dress dirty.
Not sure Matthew picked it, honestly. Aww. So sweet. Best gift she's ever been given. Aside from permission to stay at Green Gables. Very formal and elegant. He was right, there's a lot of adults, they're the only kids.
Enjoy yourself today, all right?
I think I prefer Diana's dress. I prefer that part with Anne's dress.
She's only 17 and I think she looks ridiculous.
Gilbert, okay.
My. He might have asked you to dance. If I wanted to dance,
Can't keep his eyes off
which I
her.
don't, he certainly would. Gilbert Blythe would stand on his head.
She's
if
confident.
I asked him to.
Okay.
Right at you again. I bet you couldn't get him to dance with you.
Challenge.
All right, Diana. If you insist.
Wait. It's gonna cut in on you, can. It's gonna rude. Okay.
Good to see you, Rebecca.
Actually, I quite like. I don't know. It's just the colour, I think, and the size of the sleeves. I know she wanted puff sleeves, but my god.
A glass of punch.
Thank you.
Diana, you look wonderful tonight. Merry
Oh
Christmas.
no.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Wait.
Gilbert.
That was deliberate, right?
How could you wish that person a Merry Christmas?
Not that person.
Together, that person didn't ask her to dance after all.
You would speak to him.
Will you give me the pleasure instead?
Is it not the done thing? Do you have to just stay silent until the man asks, I guess? I say the man, the boy, in this case. How will this be seen though? Is this normal? I guess. Like two girls dancing together. What's going on? Oh. And left.
I bet Gilbert took your dance card. Such a romantic gesture would be utterly beyond his imagination.
Dance card, did she say?
And who? Josie Pye? A secret admirer, obviously.
What? I think I missed something with that. What's going on there?
Ready? Get set. Go.
Oh! Oh, is this Aunt Josephine?
What is the meaning of this?
Aunt Josephine. Mother said you weren't coming until tomorrow.
Diana Barry, you are the worst behaved girl I have ever known. Your parents will certainly hear about this outrage.
It's all my fault, ma'am. It was my idea.
Somewhat
to race,
different in
and I
this.
didn't know you were in here.
You need a few lessons in behavior more than in music, young lady.
It's as bad as Miss Hammond. That was unexpected. Okay. She has just been woken up there in the middle of the night, to be fair. I've just realised her family isn't English in this.
It's pretty funny, wasn't it? Just the look on her face. Just have to have a talk with her. And don't. She'll eat you alive. I've had lots of practice in making apologies before. Just leave it to me. All right.
Yeah, I wonder what it's like in the books then. Are they English in the books, Diana's family, or was that just for the other show? It's really nice.
What?
I prefer that than the gown.
Who are you?
Anne of Green Gables, and I've come to confess.
I want to Diana's
Confess
dresses.
what? I'm not interested in the confessions of assassins who masquerade as little girls.
Sassy. She did nearly kill her, the shock she
It was
gave
all
her.
my doing, Miss Barry. I am merely an orphan who doesn't know any better.
Oh, here
So
we
I think
go.
you ought to forgive Diana and let her have her music lessons back.
Oh, you do you?
Yes, ma'am.
Two ferocious wild girls landing on her head.
On her head.
I can imagine it must have been terrifying in the extreme. And if you had any imagination, you could put yourself in our place.
I haven't been in your place for 47 years. Thank you very much.
Don't you have any imagination, Miss Barry?
My age, imagination is a threat to life.
You scared us half to death. I had to sleep with Minnie May, and you don't know how she kicks. Mine was the sleep of the bitterly disappointed, Miss Barry. I was forced to lie awake all night with the knowledge that I had cost Diana her career as a world-famous concert pianist.
He's laying it on so thick.
I suppose
Look at this.
your claim to sympathy is as valid as mine. Do you know what I am composing here, Anne of Green Gables?
Letter of complaint to Marilla.
It's a note
screw
expressing
it up.
my outrage to Diana's parents.
Oh.
Trouble is, I don't feel
Screw it up.
outraged anymore.
Well done, Anne.
So,
You've been played,
what do
Josephine.
you suggest?
Perhaps if Diana apologized.
I have a better idea. Suppose I reinstate her music lessons in exchange for you coming to visit me in Charlottetown on occasion.
Huh?
Me, Miss
She
Barry?
really won around.
Yes,
My God.
you, Anne of Green Gables. Diana can come along as well.
Huh?
You amuse me, and precious little in this world amuses me. at my age.
You seem a very interesting old lady to me. You're not an old ogre at all, are you? I didn't mean that.
Jesus, Anne.
Excuse me, Miss Barry.
Put it while your
I
head.
most certainly am an old ogre, and don't you let on any different. Will you come and see me?
Okay.
Then go tell Diana she can
That's
be
nice.
a concert pianist after all.
We appreciate you making up your mind so swiftly.
Good day, Anne girl.
Curtsy. Oh, that was a good scene.
You wouldn't think so to look at her, but she is definitely a kindred spirit, Diana.
You wouldn't think so to look at her. Okay, I'm glad she's nice. I think that was the best scene yet, actually. I don't think we did. I don't think we saw a lighthouse in the other. That is a lighthouse, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah. I said I wouldn't mention the other show. I haven't mentioned it by name.
One for you and one for the Anne girl.
The Anne girl.
Come to town for a visit. I will put you up in my very sparest of spare rooms. Yours very truly, Aunt Josephine.
Diana was kind of an afterthought, wasn't she? She was like, well, you can bring Diana if you want.
And do you intend to daydream during the Charlottetown exam? 5 minutes, class.
Difficult not to with Gilbert's that behind me.
This is one of those rare moments when not even my imagination can solve my anxiety.
Right, it's just a visit to Aunt Josephine's. Why's she anxious suddenly? My God, that's so huge house.
Diana.
Mansion.
So you've come to see me at last, you Anne girl.
Why did she call her Anne girl?
Me, you're both so much better looking than you used to be.
Miss Stacy made me promise not to open a book, so I won't get the
Oh.
jitters.
I planned a tremendous surprise.
That maid's outfit almost looks like Anne's ball gown.
Been here before.
Not quite, but
She was this rich. No wonder she has so little imagination. It's the one consolation about being poor. You have to dream all this up.
maybe. Yes, I've never thought that before, actually. Yeah, when you're poor, you really do have to use your imagination a bit more.
I have faith in you. You'll pass all right.
Hey, so that was the
I'd
problem.
rather not pass at all than come out somewhere in the middle. Everyone has such great hopes for me.
Gotta come first.
It would be such a disgrace if Gilbert came first. I suppose I'd settle for beating Gilbert Blythe if I had to. Just keep thinking about Gilbert then.
I don't know, that's a bit unhealthy, isn't it?
Yes. Gilbert.
Want to do well just to beat Gilbert. I suppose if it works.
You may now begin.
I really like what she's wearing now as well. Who's that?
For one awful moment, I felt exactly like I did 3 years
Oh,
ago.
Miss Stacy.
I'm gonna miss you tremendously, Miss Stacy.
I want to wish you all the luck in the world, and
So this is, yeah, this is it, isn't it? Yeah, so she's done the exam.
So you really are gonna leave Avonlea?
Oh, okay.
I have my own little set of troubles. True friends are always together in spirit.
Thank you, Miss Stacy.
Okay. Did I miss a time jump? Did she not have her for a year? I guess not. I guess it was a matter of weeks.
Someone else wants to say goodbye.
Tomorrow is always fresh, with no mistakes in it.
Yeah. You're gonna pluck up the courage to speak to Gilbert.
I was born for city life. I still prefer the sound of the wind in the firs across the brook more than the tinkling of crystal.
Is that? Like the pianist? No. Oh, she's a opera singer. Okay. She's gonna change her mind now. Probably the first time she's heard this kind of music. It's certainly live.
What do you think now, Anne?
I was wrong.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say she's
Don't
probably.
see how I could ever return to common life after this.
The way she closed her eyes, I thought she was gonna say, "Well, I was just imagining the brook, the sound of the brook." That's kind of a Pretty Woman moment, that, wasn't it?
Did you enjoy the opera, dear? Oh, it was so good I almost peed my pants.
What? Someone complimented me on my nose long ago, and I'm afraid I've thought about it far too much ever since.
No.
I ought to hire you as my court jester, Anne girl.
I wasn't meaning to be funny.
You must stay with me when you come back and study.
Maybe I'll come stay with you too.
You'd both be welcome.
She didn't invite Diana.
I see now which of us was the old fool.
Wow. It shows how nice Diana is, because she's not at all jealous with the relationship, is she? And despite Josephine barely even addressing her or didn't invite her there, and seems fine with Anne having that kind of relationship with her.
Anne, I wish you luck on the exam. I hope you come in first. You've worked hard.
Thank you. But I'm sure the first will go to you.
Well, I guess we'll see, won't we?
So, wonder where it goes from here then. How long's left? Quite a long time left. Okay, so we might see her like at college.
I couldn't lie there
Still
and
this scene
pretend
in
I
the
was
other one.
dead. I'd die of fright, honest. You be Elaine, Anne.
First time we've
It's your
heard Ruby
idea.
speak, I think. Oh, this music I think was in the other show. Yeah. Oh no, it's at the beginning of this show, wasn't it? That was where I heard it. I like it.
I'm frightened. Mrs. Lynde says acting is a sin. Ruby, keep quiet.
Here's what Mrs. Lynde says.
Smile a little. It says here, Elaine lay as though she smiled.
That'd be weird seeing her corpse smiling though, wouldn't it? I mean, I've heard of dead people looking peaceful, but that's different. I don't want to see them smiling. That's just a joke.
There she weaves by night and day.
Wait, just pushed her out and ran off.
With colors gay.
Are they going to get her back? She got oars.
She's heard a whisper say on Camelot. And at the closing of the day, the broad stream bore her far away. They heard her singing her last song, The Lady
Really?
of Shalott.
She's supposed to be dead, isn't she? Oh, is she sinking? Oh shit. What was the plan here though? I don't get it. How is she going to get out and get back without getting wet? Like, just hoping to drift to the shore, I guess. Why did they just run off? Are they running to the other end to meet her? Okay. They're going to think she drowned. Oh, was she actually? Wait, she was stood up in that water, wasn't she? So what's Diana's mother going to say about this? Oh, is this Gilbert, maybe? Oh, okay, she's holding on. Yeah, okay. Of all the people. The embarrassment. No, I don't want you to save me. Keep going. I'll be fine. It's doing a workout.
Shirley, what in the heck are you doing?
Fishing for lake trout.
He looks good in that hat and that shirt. Very cash. Fishing for trout. Gilbert's fishing for Anne's. I love her facial expressions and her, like, the haughtiness, you know.
She's drowned and we're murderers.
We're murderers. You did push her out. Ruby. She's crying. She didn't stop in the other show.
Sprang a leak and I had to climb onto the piling or sink. Now, if you'll be so kind as to row me to the landing.
I see. Well, then the fact is, I've rescued you.
No.
Help is on the way, and I was calmly waiting for it.
I didn't need you, Gilbert. You just got in the way of the other help.
I am grateful for your assistance, Mr. Blythe, even though it was not required. Now, if you'll excuse me, I
Even
have
though
to
it's
find
not
my
required.
friends. They are likely overcome with fear for my life.
Her hair looks a lot darker when it's wet.
The Queen's results have been printed.
Oh.
Congratulations on coming first, Gilbert.
Wait a minute, you ninny. We tied
Oh,
for
did-
first place.
Oh, okay.
You and I.
Oh.
I figured you'd have it for sure.
Never expected to beat you.
Can we be friends?
Yeah.
This childishness has gone on long enough, don't you think?
Pulled a
The
pigtail.
fact that you rescued me unnecessarily hardly wipes out past wrongs.
It was so long ago. Aren't you ever gonna forgive me?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
You hurt my feelings excruciatingly.
I only said it because I wanted to meet you so much.
Yeah, it was just a
Why did you turn your back on me at the Christmas ball?
misjudged way to do that, wasn't it?
Deliberate humiliation.
Can we be friends now?
Why don't you figure it out? If you're so clever.
Anne, wait a minute.
Everyone will think I've drowned!
They're gonna think it's a ghost. Or maybe not.
Of course you'll speak to him from now on. Of course I will not. I don't ever want to hear the word romance again. I tied with Gilbert Blythe for first.
First,
Oh, Anne.
I must say you've done pretty well for yourself, Anne.
Oh, a little face.
You're a credit to us all, and we're all proud of you.
She looks like a different person when she's happy. This actress, you know. She's better when she's in that mode, you know.
Good afternoon, Miss Cuthbert.
Good afternoon.
I'm Gilbert Blythe.
Yes.
Hmm.
You've grown into quite a young man.
Oh, yeah. Bit young for you, Marilla.
Matthew and I are both proud, but she's still very young, Gilbert.
Oh, is he? She warning him off her.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, ma'am.
That's like, you know, don't take it too quickly with her, maybe. Did she see him as a distraction, maybe?
Laura Spencer's giving a comic recitation, but I prefer to make people cry.
Are you nervous?
What's
A little
this?
bit.
Is
I
it
mean,
panto?
I haven't picked up a bow in 3 years. First at Queen's, you can do no wrong in this community. Mr. Cuthbert is sure proud. He plunks down his money awful quick these days for anything I tell him is pretty and fashionable.
Alice Lawson, you devil.
Spoiling her.
Don't you go abusing Matthew's generosity to me. Ooh, you do have good taste, though. I'll see you at the concert.
God, she really just looks like a different person when she's like this. She's happy. Just older as well. Like her hair, the way she's done it early.
Hello, Anne. Whoa. Can I offer you a ride home? You promised we were going to be friends. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, all right, then.
Is she worried
It is
what
rather
Marilla will
awkward
say?
with all these.
We haven't heard Marilla and her talk about Gilbert though, so probably not. She's
Good
just
of you to
still
stop.
reluctant to
Seems
accept
I'm
him
developing quite a habit of getting you out
or
of
accept her
Boston
feelings
lately.
for him.
I've thought a lot about what happened at the bridge, Gilbert.
He legit looks like 10 years older.
I was very overwrought over learning my score. Our score. I mean, I wasn't myself.
You was treating him like that before the score.
Life's too short to hold grudges anyway.
I intend on taking my teacher's license in 1 year, instead of 2,
Okay.
at Miss Stacy's suggestion.
Gee, I always imagined you'd have a career on the stage. Well, I think you'd make a swell actress. I hear you giving the Highwayman at the White Sands recital.
My life is an open book, I
Oh.
see. Who told you that?
Cycle.
Well, I have a little confession to make. Well, I was just at the Lawsons myself, and Alice told me you were walking home.
Oh,
I'm going to try to get you an encore while
Charity
you're up
thing.
there, so make sure you have a second selection ready.
nobody's gonna encore me.
Well, I would. Especially if
No.
I had the honor of escorting you to the concert.
I thought there was a motive behind that.
I think you're old enough to make up your own mind, Anne.
Marilla
I've always
didn't
been
scare
old
him
enough
off.
to make up my own mind. Very well then, Gilbert.
Always been
I'd
old
be
enough.
pleased to accept your invitation.
Yeah, she's grown up quick. Had to.
Let me off at the corner, please. I'm going to take a shortcut and show Diana what I bought.
Oh, Rachel, the gossip's going to see them together and tell Marilla. Oh, no. She saw Miss Stacy in getting a ride before, and the other one. Okay, it's Anne this time.
Hello, everyone. Sorry I was late.
I've just been informed by a reliable source that you were seen at Avonlea Crossroads.
She was watching Rachel leave.
With a young man.
Marilla.
He only offered me a ride home. He was just being
You
friendly.
were seen in a buggy
Not
with a young
according
man.
to Rachel
Oh, God.
Lynn. Rachel Lynn saw you.
Marilla, she ain't done nothing wrong.
Like, literally.
Matthew, remember, in the beginning I told you not to put your oar in. I'm sorry I lost my temper, Anne.
Explain to her what the issue is. I think it's that she doesn't want her to have any distractions, right? Probably. It's to do with their own failed
I never meant anything to come of all
romance.
this.
And nothing has as yet. Changed so much.
She really has.
Tall,
It seems
stylish.
like they've started to film this 5 years later or something. Just suddenly, partway through this episode.
You don't belong in Avonlea anymore. I get lonely just thinking about it. You'll be going off into the world to make your way, and you don't want to make any ties here that you might come to regret
okay.
later.
So it is about Marilla's. That's what happened with Marilla, right? Gilbert's dad left.
Always be your Anne. Anne of Green Gables.
Okay, I'm glad she communicated that in this, because I think there was an issue. I got that right
I
in
want
the
you
other
to
one,
give this to him.
where she wasn't really forthcoming with how she felt, you know.
I regret that I'll be unable to attend the White Sands concert with you. Sincerely,
Or Gilbert.
Anne Shirley. Why won't you go with him?
Yeah, just...
Plenty of reasons why I won't go. I only accepted in the first place because he dared me. Well, I think you owe him an explanation.
Writing in a letter is kind of weird.
Hope you don't ruin your dress.
Wow, look at her.
There in the dust. And it's far too thin for this damp weather. I'm sorry I ever agreed to it.
It's like a wedding dress. This for the recital.
Thank you, Matthew.
Wow, he's really spoiling her. Jesus.
Well, there's no use in saying anything to you, Matthew, but those pearls look absolutely ridiculous. I don't know where you get these silly ideas.
Matthew is proud of the way I look.
It's stunning. What are you talking about, Marilla?
Anne! Thank you, Marilla and Matthew.
I much prefer that dress.
I mustn't keep them waiting.
Now, mind you keep your dress clear of the wheel.
Good luck, Anne.
I'll be watching for you both.
Yeah, that'd be a problem, wouldn't it, actually? Getting tangled in the wheel. Jesus. You could get dragged under as well. My God. I need to ruin a dress.
I didn't want Jane or Gabby brother to see. It would have been easier if you had told me in person. You can still consider me a friend. Sincerely, Gilbert Blythe. Won't be accused of being a coward, Diana. He doesn't understand. Calm down, Anne. I'm so ashamed. Can't go up on that stage. Can't. You've never failed at anything, Anne Shirley. Go on.
Ho, ho, the breakers.
Never saw her there. Did she not fully believe what she told her?
Stood aghast
Okay.
to see the
weird.
form of a maiden fair.
It's a charity
washed
thing.
Close to a drifting
Like performing to raise money.
like the brown seaweed. On the
Stunning.
billows fall and rise. God save us all from a death like this. On the reef of Norman's woe.
He's been rehearsing this for months, I think. That was pretty dramatic. It just a lady thing. Guys in the audience.
Has just completed a European tour.
Oh,
I was
okay.
moved beyond words,
Hands up against professionals here.
gracing us with such a stirring performance in support of today's benefit.
I thought I heard them mention something like that. Okay.
I would like to present one of Avonlea's most celebrated students who achieved the highest standing in the recent
Jesus, just build her up.
examinations to Queen's Academy. Miss
Wait, is Gilbert here though? Like
Sure.
she said she didn't want to go with him, but in that letter, but he's here, right? I thought they'd have shown him by now if he was.
amusing to see what arises from the local amateurs after this.
It's a bit harsh to put a professional on and then get Anne on immediately after. Oh no. Come on, Anne, you can do it. Okay, here he is. He's transfixed. Off. He's taking glee in this, Anne's struggling.
The wind was a torrent of darkness among the gusty trees. Kiss my bonny sweetheart. I'm after a prize tonight, but I shall return with the yellow gold before the morning light. Though hell should bar the way. Back he
better than the pro.
Madman, shouting a curse to the sky, and he lay in his blood on the highway with a bunch of lace at his throat.
I was just to say highway in about 10 seconds. Right, it's called The Highwayman, but that was really good. Like the actor, I mean, that was really good from the actor. See Josie Pye's face now. There she is. She's almost crying. Oh, getting an encore. Can't go back. And an ovation. From Gilbert at least. Don't think Josie Pye's gonna stand up. Grin. I like the actor who plays Gilbert in this. I like him. Maybe Gilbert was right. Maybe she is going to get a career in performing. Make some contacts here with that pro.
And I have to admit, I was so proud.
Your recitation was
I have to admit.
magnificent as Mrs. Evans.
She's a professional. Oh, I overheard that romantic-looking young man over there.
Yeah.
Asking who the girl on the platform was with the lovely Titian hair.
Whatever that means.
There is someone I absolutely must speak with. I'll return right away, I promise.
Very well, dear, but hurry up.
And seen
People waiting.
a slot for Gilbert. Falling out with Josie. I mean, she needs to apologise, doesn't she, as well?
Gilbert! Gilbert!
Oh, she missed him. Oh no. It's ruined the whole day now.
Sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to a man. Some things just aren't meant to be.
I wonder if that's the same. Yeah, I think it is the same cliff.
Did you see all those diamonds?
Beautiful.
You know something, Diana? We are rich. We have 16 years to our credit. And we both have wonderful imaginations. We should be as happy as queens. I don't know about that. I'm content with
Anna's a bit more materialistic.
Matthew gave them to me with as much love as ever went into any of those stuffy women's jewels.
That's such a nice way of looking at things.
Nothing is going to hold me back.
College time. Dinner
Hurry
off.
up, Anne. Do you think the train's going to wait for you? Getting emotional over nothing.
Nothing. You both mean everything to me.
All this foolishness. You might as well kiss him, too.
You might as well. Yeah, Marilla's such a real character, isn't she? There are people like that that don't want to show their emotion. They don't want to give in to it, do they? You know, make out like it's foolishness, and they love it, really.
We'll get terrible lonesome.
I can't help wishing that she'd stayed a little girl.
Miss Spencer made a lucky mistake, I guess.
He knew we needed her.
Yeah, you could see it that way, yeah. Fate.
Even with her queer little ways.
I loved her for them.
Yeah. Aww. Oh, that's really sweet.
I like people who make me like them. Oh, but I'd be a much happier woman if you'd stay at Beechwood with me.
There's no other place I'd rather be, Miss Barry.
This, as nice as it was in the other show, not quite,
Anything
okay.
you want, just let me
A
know.
lot smaller.
Thank you.
The room she had in the other show was absolutely huge. I think it was just hers. Wasn't it just one bed in that room? Like, they all gathered in there eventually. But I think it's hers. It's nice though. Small but nice.
I can't cheer up. I don't want to cheer up. I'd rather just be miserable.
Those of you that have elected to complete the
we're getting
program
to see
for
some of
teacher's
this.
license
Good.
in 1 year instead of 2 have a difficult struggle ahead of you. But you're here because we know you're capable of doing it.
All right,
These
so
first 2 weeks will be a
accelerated.
probationary period. These first 2 weeks will be the most important you spend at Queen. Bear that in mind.
Quite imposing, actually, the building.
Shirley!
Why is she being friendly? That's Josie, right?
I'm meeting Jane and Ruby and some of the others. Thank you, but I have other business.
Go for Gilbert now?
Gilbert won't be there if that's what's worrying you. After his insulting behavior at the White Sands concert, I've
Done with
decided
him.
to completely ignore him. Besides, there are far more dashing young men around here anyway.
And now she's friendly to Anne. Because she's not a rival anymore.
The graduate who receives the highest mark in English Lit this year wins the Avery Scholarship, $250 a year for 4 years. Are you
Wow.
sure?
There's an
The Board
incentive.
of Governors is announcing it tomorrow. It'll be you for sure, Anne.
You're
I don't
Gilbert.
know. This is a much bigger pond we're swimming in now than in Avonlea.
There's a lot more to do around here than keeping your nose in the books.
Yeah, maybe if you're rich.
Already, you're planning to take an arts degree from Redmond College.
I fully intend to win that Avery Scholarship if hard work can do it.
My ambition was for money. God knows I've succeeded.
Never really
Say that.
considered money.
Probably just as well.
He went beyond anything she could have ever wished for.
Wealth can be very empty when you don't have someone to share it with.
There's no
By
coal,
the
is
time
there?
I realized that, no one would have me. Except men who wanted my money even more than I did.
I have a small circle of friends, but no bosom friends, mind you.
Oh, Diana
Young men
didn't come
in that
here.
circle of friends?
I shall probably end up an old maid.
Hmm.
May I leave this for Gilbert Blythe?
You can take it to him yourself, miss. He's across the hall.
They separate the girls from the boys, do they? This college.
Emily Clay, winner of the Avery Scholarship.
Don't be too sure.
Oh, maybe not. Aw. I mean, you're already talking to another girl, so what?
Dear Marilla and Matthew, here I am with exams looming up before me.
He's just another
For
exam
the
already.
time being, they are all there is in the world. I think I'd rather it didn't go on if I failed. I miss you both very, very much.
You know what's happens with some students with too much pressure? That was a kind of horrifying line, actually.
She sounds unhappy.
Yeah, he knows.
Everyone has practically said that Emily Clay is getting it. If I fail, just say so, Jane. Don't break it to me gently. Don't sympathize.
Gilbert, he won one, did he? Okay.
3 cheers for Anne Shirley, winner
Oh.
of Avery.
Well done, Anne. Hmm. He cares more than she let on.
Gilbert's getting the Avonlea school, you know.
What?
He isn't going to college? His father can't afford to send him, so he's going to earn his way. Did you ever explain to him?
It would just win.
Some books are better left on the shelf. He's a determined young man. Then as far as you're concerned, he's fair game. If you were interested in Gilbert Blythe, why didn't you ever say so?
Oh.
I thought my bosom friend was in love with him. In love with Gilbert Blythe? Me? Yes,
Oh, don't say something you're going to regret, Anne,
Gilbert
because
did say that being smart was better than being pretty. Good night, dear sweet Diana. Good night, Anne.
oh, that's a big cow. No.
Matthew!
Oh, don't tell me he dies in this. He had a heart attack in the other one, but I don't.
I'm all right.
Please, Matthew.
He didn't get this
need
far.
help. Gotta get a doctor.
I worked hard all my life.
Oh no.
I'd rather drop in the harness. I got old. I never noticed.
I've been the boy you sent for. I could have spared you in so many ways.
Oh, don't blame yourself, Anne.
I only wanted you from the first day. Don't ever change. I love my little girl. I'm so proud of my little girl.
You don't.
That was really kind of weird the way that went down, though. Like clutched his chest, had a casual conversation, then just groped it.
Don't you have a soul?
Oh, I wondered whether this would happen in the end. We never got to see it in the other show, obviously, but oh, I hope this is like really far into the books, because if I'm going to read them, I want him to be in it as much as possible.
But the mystery of death prevails. In the end, all we know is that we loved him, and we commend his soul to Jesus.
What are you going to do now? It's going to stop Anne continuing with college? I'm not sure how I feel about how they've done this, actually. I thought it'd be more emotional, they've just suddenly gone from him dying within seconds to a funeral. We didn't really get to see, I wanted to see Marilla find out, you know, stuff like that, and they're going through it so quickly.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Gilbert Blythe.
Is Gilbert gonna, he's got his own farm, hasn't he? He did, didn't he?
There now. Oh, dear. It won't bring him back.
Your arms around me, Marilla, for a little while. Tears don't hurt like the ache does.
I like my own flesh and blood now. Oh, but he was always such a kind brother to me.
Tolerant
We
brother.
have each other now.
So in a way, in this, Marilla's really ultimately her kindred spirit. I mean, Matthew was as well, but in the other show it's kind of the other way around. But even called her a kindred spirit early on, didn't she? In this, I guess this has brought them even closer together.
Morning, Miss Cuthbert. And how is Green Gables
German
holding up
guy.
these days?
Oh, pretty well. I haven't
Ow.
seen you around these parts much lately.
Oh, well. Business and comedy.
Wait, is this a romantic interest here? Potentially.
This sure is a lovely piece of countryside.
It is that. People in
He-
Avonlea say that it's the
trying to get his feet
prettiest
under the
acreage
table here.
on the North Shore.
Matthew kept this place up impeccably. You don't
Thought about
want
business.
to let it get run down at all. Now may be a good time to consider selling.
Okay.
If you want to get the highest value.
Oh, he's trying to make some money.
The thought has crossed my mind.
You could certainly retire on what I'm prepared to offer you for the place.
Thank you, Mr. Sadler.
I mean, what's the plan otherwise if she's not going to sell? Like she said, she's coping all right, but how?
He once offered to buy Green Gables, and he's still interested.
Buy Green
Offered
Gables.
before.
I don't know what else to do. I might lose it completely. What if I can't run this place?
She's running it, is she? The
Rachel
farm.
has kindly offered to let me live with her.
But you can't sell Green Gables.
And I would go crazy.
Can't
if
live
there
with
was
Rachel
trouble
either.
And I was all alone here. I'm sorry that you won't have a home to come to on your vacations. I never thought I'd live to see the day when I would sell this place.
Gilbert the solution here, maybe?
But
Run the
we'll
farm.
survive somehow.
You won't have to stay here alone. I'm not going to Redmond.
Right, Anne's just like,
What do you mean?
I'm not going to take that scholarship.
I won't let you sacrifice your education for me. I won't allow it, Anne Shirley.
I'm 16 years old and just as stubborn as you are.
better believe that.
You blessed girl. I know I ought to stick to it and make you go to college.
I was going to
I'll
say, she
learn
kind of...
better than to stand in your way. Gilbert Blythe will be teaching too, won't he?
Yes.
Right.
What a nice-looking young boy he is.
Oh, she's changed her tune now.
He looks a lot like his father did at that age.
Right,
We
okay.
used to be real good friends, he and I.
That's what you called it.
People called him my beau. We quarreled, and I wouldn't forgive him when he asked me to. I wanted to after a while, but I was stubborn.
Okay, that's different.
Punish him first. He never came back.
Kind of what Anne was doing to Gilbert.
I always felt rather sorry. I sort of wished that I'd forgiven him when I had a chance.
Okay.
Glad to hear you've come to your senses, Anne.
I'm doing my courses by correspondence, Rachel.
Teaching over at Carmody and looking after Green Gables? Marilla, talk some sense to the girl.
Oh, mind your own business for once.
Rachel want her living. Is she lonely, Rachel, or something?
Anne thrives on study.
Want Marilla to come and live with her.
Whoa.
Hey, we'll be seeing more of each other.
Whoa. Hello, Anne.
Miss Cuthbert said I could find you here.
He's tall. I never noticed that before.
We would be prepared to agree to your proposal to engage Miss Shirley under contract for 1 year in the post of teacher at Avonlea Public School.
I took the liberty of speaking to the trustees about an exchange. I'd be getting Carmody, and you can stay at Green Gables.
Oh.
I don't know what to say. Never save enough for college. You can't.
I'll save enough.
Thank you for giving up the school for me, Gilbert.
I figure you can give me a hand with my work, and we'll call it a fair exchange.
Aren't you worried? I'm liable to break another slate over your head.
I'm more worried I might break one over yours. Carrots. Walk you home.
Wow. Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay. That was really nice. That was good. I think the fact that it had so many differences, obviously, after what happened with Anne with the knee, we saw a lot of what happened. That's good. And even before that, some of the other scenes as well, before they got to college, there was some different stuff in there. So it was good to react to this one compared to the other one, which was very, very, very similar. I'm gonna have to close this out. Hold on. Yeah, it was really sweet, that ending, that Gilbert, I wouldn't say he sacrificed his placement at the Avonlea school, but yeah, he swapped it, right? Just to make it easier for Anne, so she can see, or she can help Marilla, right? She can stay in Avonlea and stay at Green Gables, help Marilla full-time, not full-time, but more often. She won't have to travel. Yeah, that was nice of him. And like, he couldn't afford to go to, wait, what happened there? Because they said he won a gold award. And Anne was expecting that, wasn't she? She was expecting some other girl to win the scholarship. But he won a gold award. He won the gold award, and Anne won the scholarship. But what does the gold award mean? That he could study in that other college, but he couldn't afford it. His dad couldn't afford it, right? That what? Yeah. So what does the gold award get you exactly? A placement there at the other place? Was it the same place? Because Anne was going to an art school, wasn't? Well, the scholarship was for an art school, I think. I was doing a lot of talking again. I talked over some stuff, and I kind of missed a little bit as to exactly what was going down there. But I think Anne had a scholarship, won the scholarship, right, and she had to forfeit it. Yeah, so she could help at Green Gables. She was going to teach at the school somewhere else instead, and she was going to do like a correspondence course for the art place. I think that was the idea, right? And yeah, she swapped it. Well, Gilbert swapped it with her, so now he's teaching at the place she was going to teach at. So he's not going to be in Avonlea, but I guess he's going to come back quite often, like Anne had planned to help in Green Gables. They're going to see each other a lot. That's why I said, yeah, we're going to see more of each other, because I assumed, yeah, because Anne was going to come back and help. Gilbert was going to teach at Avonlea, so they're going to see each other a lot, because they're going to be in Avonlea a lot still together, even though Anne was going to be in another place. Now he swapped it, but yeah, I mean, they're still going to see each other, aren't they? Because he's still going to come back to Green Gables, I imagine. Yeah, and there's hope in the future for them. That was sweet. What Anne, Diana said about how she kind of did like Gilbert, but she knew that Anne did. I think that's what went down there. I was kind of a bit confused by that as well. I think that's what went down there, that she kind of, what did she say exactly? She said something like, not in these words, but something like, Gilbert's free now kind of thing. And Anne was like, oh, you like Gilbert? And then she said, well, you love, she didn't say this, but she kind of suggested that I knew you were in love with him, so I didn't make a move. And then I think that how that ended was that Anne kind of agreed, but without agreeing. I think she said she wasn't in love with him, but I got a bit lost with that. I think she was saying, I think Anne kind of didn't literally agree, but the way whatever she said caused Diana to realise that, yeah, she is in love with him and she's not going to make a move on Gilbert and she's going to leave him for Anne kind of thing. And like she said, Gilbert's more into her. Didn't she say he's more into intelligence than looks kind of thing? Yeah, I suppose it would also be about money as well, because Anne's family are rich, aren't they? And anyway, I'll have to watch that again. I think that's what happened there. I think they sort of mutually agreed that, yeah, actually, I do kind of love him. And yeah, and Diana was like, yeah, that's why I'm not going to make a move still. Because I think, is that what happened there? Oh my God. I apologise. I got a bit lost with that scene. I think that's what happened. Yeah, so the whole school thing was getting a bit complicated because I couldn't really understand what they were saying some of the time. Like the name of the other place, comedy, or I was like, what are they talking about? Comedy. It's like, okay, it became clear that was another place, another school, where they're going to teach, or where Anne was going to teach, and now Gilbert is. So what was the gold award? It's this gold award that I wasn't sure about. What did that give Gilbert? What was special about the gold award? Was it just like a token thing? Or I don't know. Anyway, Anne was the one that won the scholarship and she had to forfeit it. Okay. There's something that well, two things really. The first thing is the death of, it was really well done, the whole episode. I loved it. It was really good. It was better than the first one by far, I think. Maybe it's because, like I said, it was different. And there were things that we got to find out after what happened with Anne with an E, you know, ended with them arriving at college, and that was as far as we got, really. And it was different, obviously, of course, as well. And there was other things going on in that show. But yeah, it was nice to see what happened at college and what's going to happen now. Wasn't nice to see Matthew's death, and that was one of the things I wasn't happy with. Just the way they did it. I thought that would have got me if they'd done it better. I think it would have. Matthew's such a beloved character, isn't he? But it was so fast. And the scene where he died, it wasn't well done, that I don't think. It was, look, I'm talking about something that was made in the 80s, so it's different, isn't it? Nowadays, they definitely make that more realistic, because he clutched his chest, and then he just had time to have a chat with Anne, and it was just like kind of weird the way they did that. It was really strange. Like, he didn't even seem to be in pain that much, really, at all, actually, when he was having a chat with her, and then he just died. I don't think that's how it would go down in real life, obviously. But then also the speed at which it went from that to the funeral. We didn't get to see Marilla find out. We didn't get much grieving. We got a bit after the funeral, right, with Anne, and that was a nice scene, actually. That was my favourite scene of that whole thing. Marilla finally coming clean, so to speak, and telling Anne how much affection she has for her and clinging to her like she's all she's got now, and it's true. And yeah, I like that scene. But yeah, before that, it was all a bit weird. That it was so fast. And it was unrealistic. It wasn't done well, I don't think that. But, you know, there was still some emotion there, obviously, because the character of Matthew, we love him, right? But yeah, I'm just disappointed as well that he did die so soon, it seems. Like, she hasn't even left college yet. I mean, she's only done a year, I think. Is that right? I think she's done a year. So, yeah, it's just disappointing to know that he didn't make it, you know, longer. He didn't last longer. It's quite realistic, actually, that he didn't, because he had problems, he's old and stuff, and yeah. But I just think they could have done it so much better. It's like they spent a lot of time on other things. They spent more time on that recital than they spent on Matthew's death. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they almost took it lightly. And I think that's why it didn't get me, because I was like, oh, it's just so sudden. And I know deaths are sudden, but, you know, the aftermath should have been longer. The scene where he died should have been different, I think. And yeah, I think they got that wrong, actually. I'm gonna be brave and say that. I mean, some people might love that. Fine, that's fair enough. If you watched it in the 80s, you know, I can understand. But watching it now was a bit weird. I don't like the way they did that. But yeah, it's an interesting part of the story. Yeah, I wonder how they did that in the books. I'm sure they spent a lot longer on it. We had a lot more tears and a lot more, you know, grieving and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure we got to find out Marilla's reaction in the books and stuff. So, I mean, if it's the same as the books, it might not be, actually. They might have changed it, but yeah. Well, hopefully they did change it, because if I'm going to read the books, I'd like to, you know, get more of Matthew, like I said. But yeah, as it is what it is, and okay, I'll accept it, fair enough. But that's one thing I wasn't too keen on. But also Marilla accepting Anne's offer as quickly as she did. Like, all right, Anne said, look, I'm stubborn. And Marilla does need her, right? But I feel like the way Marilla is, I mean, Anne said, I'm just as stubborn, and that was the idea, right? And Anne said, I'm just stubborn. The idea was that Marilla knew that, and she knew she was fighting a losing battle, and she just accepted. But I still think she would have put up a fight there, and even to the point where she wouldn't have accepted it, actually. And the age Marilla is as well, and she had an offer to live with Rachel. I mean, I'm sure she doesn't want to. I mean, she doesn't want to leave Green Gables anyway, does she? But yeah, that was a bit like, don't know if that would have gone down quite that way with the way the Marilla is, you know. She would have put Anne before anything, you know, anything, I think. But she kind of immediately, you know, agreed. And it was like, she put up a tiny bit of resistance just for a second. I get what they said. Like I said, I get that Anne, you know, I get that Marilla realised that she wasn't going to win with Anne, but I don't know. She's the adult here, and she could have put her foot down properly and said, look, I know you're going to fight to help me, but no way, you're going to college, and that's it. That's it. End of story. Again, given the age Marilla is as well and the offer she had, I think it would have happened that way. But okay, I think it's just a bit out of character for her to suddenly just go, yeah, I know I'm not going to win. You win. Oh, it'd be nice to have you. You know, it was a bit like that, you know, for me. But it's nice. It obviously continues the story of Anne in being in Avonlea, and I think that's the next part, right? Anne of Avonlea or Anne in Avonlea or something. Someone told me that. I wonder if it's the same actors. Anyway, yeah. So it helps with the story, doesn't it? Fine. But in terms of like, I just thought it was a bit out of character. Yeah, that. But yeah, that was really lovely. Their scenes together when Marilla. I mean, I even said right just before that, when they're at the train station seeing Anne off to college, that Marilla's one of those people that she doesn't open up and she doesn't let her feelings known, even though deep down she wants to. And we knew all along how much she loved Anne, and it was nice for her to finally tell Anne that, you know, in that scene, under pretty bad circumstances, really. That's what it took, isn't it? It took Matthew's death for her to, you know, tell her that. And really, like I said, she was kind of clinging to her like she's the only thing she's got left in the world, you know, kind of thing. And that's true. She's her whole world now, isn't she? Anne's Marilla's whole world, and vice versa in a way. But Anne's obviously got other things going on. She's younger. She's got the college scene. Well, she's got Gilbert, yeah, and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was a nice scene. That was a really nice scene. Yeah. I can't really remember much about what happened before that now, because it's all the new stuff really I'm thinking about now. But it was nice to see them in college. Yeah, that was nice. And Anne was unhappy. That was kind of interesting, given that she loves, you know, education so much. But, you know, she was missing Green Gables. She kind of still likes Gilbert. Definitely still likes Gilbert. And there was that whole thing with him. And yeah, she was having a hard time, wasn't she? It was kind of unexpected that we didn't see much of Josie Pye. Like it was kind of weird. Josie, like that happened in Anne with an E, actually. Josie Pye came round and eventually, you know, became friends with Anne, and it showed them in college together at the end of that as well. But before that she was a bitch, but we learned sort of why in Anne with an E. In this it was more to do with Gilbert. Like in Anne with an E, she wasn't in love with Gilbert at all, or she wasn't with Gilbert. She didn't have eyes for Gilbert. It was all about Billy. But in this, it was different in that, yeah, she liked Gilbert, and they had one little sort of falling out, and then suddenly, well, Anne's no longer my love rival, so I'll get along with her, it seemed like. I mean, she was still like, she said about, it doesn't matter what happens because her parents can put her through the college again anyway, sort of thing, because they're rich, and she still had that in her, right? She's still not, you know, the nicest of people right now. Whether that'll change going forward or not, I don't know. But she definitely came round with Anne, didn't she? Yeah. It was all about Gilbert, that then, the whole thing. I mean, that was obvious, right? She was just worried that, you know, Gilbert had eyes for Anne and she had eyes for Gilbert. And yeah, that's where that came from. But the problem is I had all the other stuff from Anne with an E in my head. So it's kind of difficult to get that story or the background stuff from that to watch this as a fresh thing. You know, I've got a mixture of things in my head for these characters. And it's difficult to know what's what. You know, that's what think that's what my problem has been, actually. I've got this mixture, which I'm sure I'm not alone with. You can let me know if you did the same thing I did and watched Down with an E first, or even this first and then watch Down with an E. You've got one story in your head, the full story, and now you're getting other things and differences in that story, and it's hard to kind of separate them, you know, so you end up kind of mixed up about what's going on, kind of thing, you know. I did anyway. I did. Given that I've just finished Down with an E as well, I've literally just finished it, so, you know, if I'd have waited a year or two to watch this, then maybe it'd be different, because I'd probably forget. I've got a bad memory, so I forget a lot of the stuff, but a lot of the other show's still in my head, so yeah, it was kind of tricky. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I usually go and look through the progress bar to see, to remind myself of things to talk about, but on this site, it keeps opening another window every time I click on anything on this fucking site. It's not even loading now. What's going on? I might have closed it out, actually. I'll bring it up in my history. 1 second. Yeah, it's opening another window, like I said. Anyway, the ball scene, that was new and different, and that was good. I wasn't quite sure what that card was. What was that? I can't control this bar accurately because it's opening other windows when I click on stuff. Right, I found the ball. Hold on. Okay, so I've just watched that scene again. I'm still confused. So Anne went over to Gilbert. She put her card, I think afterwards they referred to it as a dance card. She put her card on the table, and then Gilbert kind of ignored her a little bit, and then greeted Diana. I'm also a bit confused about why did he do that? Why did he ignore her and greet Diana the way he did? And then Diana suddenly had a card in her hand, which I didn't notice before that. So did he give her his card, and Anne was going to give him her card? But then he found, I think, Anne's card on the table after. Is that right? I think so. What was that? What is that? What was the dance card? Is that like an invitation to dance? You give someone your card, and that's like a way to say, do you want to dance? Is that it? I don't know. In that case, why didn't he? Because he wished her a Merry Christmas, Diana, but why didn't he then dance with her if he gave her? Because she had a card in her hand. He kind of took her hand, and then it showed her with a card in her hand after that, which makes me think he gave her that. I'm a bit confused. Hang on, I'm going to search for what the fuck is a dance card. Wait a minute. Okay, so I've searched for Anne Green Gables 1985. What was a dance card? It says in 1985, Anne Green Gables miniseries. A dance card is a miniseries. That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. It's not like 2 films. Okay. A dance card was a small booklet or card, typically with a decorative cover, where ladies would list the names of the gentlemen they would dance with at the ball. Right, so that was Diana's card she was holding. Diana's own card she was holding. It's just that he took her hand and then, okay. All right, okay. Is that how it went down? Okay. That's weird, okay. So how does that work then? So if someone comes over, if a guy comes over and asks, say, Anne to dance, let's say, and he's not listed on her card, then does she just show him the card or something? What's the point of it? Why don't they just ask and get a rejection or an acceptance? I don't get it. Okay, so why did Anne leave her booklet on the desk, like on the table like that? Why did she do that? And then obviously, I guess, okay, so Gilbert picked it up and saw his name on it, I imagine. So then why didn't he ask her to dance? I know she was dancing with Diana, but after that, I don't. That was all a bit weird, that scene. Maybe I'm being really dumb. I didn't quite get that. Okay, so that was Diana's card she was holding. Okay, that Diana was holding. So he didn't give her anything. Okay. But why did he ignore Anne like he did and just speak to Diana? That was weird. I don't really get that at all. Was he still upset? Was that... Wait. No, the recital came after the ball, didn't it? I was going to say, was he still upset that... Because Anne had kind of rejected him in terms of going to the recital with him. And then she tried to run to apologise, I guess, and he was already leaving. She missed him. That was after the ball, that though, wasn't it? I think. So what was his problem at the ball? I didn't get that. Is it? I don't know. Because every time anywhere else he saw her, he was trying to befriend her, wasn't he? So I'm a bit confused about that. Maybe I missed something. So you got any more details here? A more detailed explanation. Okay. Dance cards are used at balls and social gatherings to keep track of dance partners. Keep track? Oh, so you don't overdo it with some guy, and so you give everyone a chance. The guys you want to dance with, you give them all a chance, so you keep track of. Is that it? So it's not like you write the names you look at the guest list and write the names on the card, and then you take the card with you. You actually list them as you're dancing with them, I guess. So I guess Gilbert's name, if that's true, then I guess Gilbert's name wasn't. What did it say before that? Sorry. Where ladies would list the names of the gentlemen they would dance with at the ball. That makes it sound like it's a pre-thing. They pre-list, they make a list, and then they go to the ball with the list and check the names off as they dance with them or something. But now it says, a purpose, dance cards used at balls and social gatherings to keep track of dance partners. That makes it sound more like as they're dancing with them, they jot down their name. Maybe to contact them again later or something, or maybe just, like I said, to share it around and make sure they, don't dance with the same guy too many times or something. I don't know. I'm still confused. They usually list the names of the dancers, the type of dance. Oh, it's like a train spotting thing, is it? And the composer of the music. Maybe it's a geeky thing where they have maybe to keep a memory of it because it's such a big event, maybe. Appearance, they were often decorative. Okay, I thought it meant the dance partner. With a cord to attach them to a lady's wrist or ball gown. Okay, I never knew about this ever. I've never heard of this. Context in Gables. In the story, maybe we'll find out here. In the story, Anne and her friends would use dance cards to plan out their dancing partners for the evening. Right, so it's a plan out. Right, okay. Okay. So it's a bit of both. It's to plan and also to jot down all the details, I guess, when they do dance with them. Okay. So Diana says, example. Diana says, I bet Gilbert took your dance card. Right, I did hear her say that. That's when I was like, well, what's the dance card? And Anne replies, such a romantic gesture would be utterly beyond his imagination. So what does she mean by took his dance card? Her dance card. And why would that be a romantic gesture? She left it on the table and then he picked it up. And Diana's saying I bet he took it. What does that mean? Is that an acceptance to dance? But that was after the ball. Was that for the next ball? Why are we taking it? I don't get it. I still don't get it. I'm probably being really, really dumb here, but I'm not understanding this. Indicating the importance of dance cards to social settings. Yeah, so the fact that Diana said he took it indicates the importance. Yeah, because she made a big deal of it, right? And she's saying, well, he wouldn't make such a romantic gesture. But what's the gesture there? That he picked it up? He took it? What does that do? I don't get it. I still don't get it. I'm gonna need someone explaining this to me because that's just an AI. Yeah, that's the AI answer. So I'm not gonna. Unless there's something I'll just quickly look to say a full explanation as to what's going on there. Picks up Anne's dance card that she left on the snack table and seems to keep it. Right, this is wordpress.com. This is someone writing about it. Part 6. Right, okay. But this is talking about what I've just watched, so maybe it was in separate episodes and they've crammed them all together into 2 parts. Okay. This says part 6, or maybe it's part 6 of the review or something. I don't know. I don't know. Can I find it though? Because that was just a little sample of what's on here. It's just somebody blogging about it, I think, but I could get some more info. Yeah, there's no more information about that really. So let me know why that was a romantic gesture. Why Anne left it on the table. Was it accidental? It seemed deliberate. Why him picking it up and keeping it was or maybe as a memento. A memento of what though? The fact that she was at the ball and just to remember seeing her there, because nothing actually happened with them, did they? Did it? Nothing happened. Like he ignored her. He basically ignored her. I don't understand why that's a romantic gesture. And why did Diana say he took your dance card like it was a big thing? Like, and it seemed like she just left it there randomly. And how did she know he took it? Did she go back? Is that why? Did she remember leaving it there and went back and it wasn't there? I guess. So therefore, they concluded that because Gilbert was there, he must have taken it. I'm still a bit confused by that, but okay. But maybe the gesture is... It's not really a gesture, though, is it? That's not a gesture. A gesture would be something towards Anne. So why would him taking it be a romantic gesture? I don't get that at all. Okay, anyway, that's the one thing, really, in this episode, or this series of episodes, I guess, that I didn't quite understand. Or one of the one things I didn't quite understand. Really nice to see Miss Josephine, though. Really nice to see her. And she was every bit as nice as she is in Avonlea as well. Not at first, but then again, not at first in Anne with an E, because she was kind of, you know, wary of Anne, and yeah, because Anne, when they first met, like in this, no, not like in this at all, but in Anne with an E, when they first met, it was when she was taking care of Anne was taking care of Minnie May, and yeah, she was wary of what she was doing to Minnie May, and she came round once Anne had cured her, and that's what kind of got her on side. But in this, they met by Anne and Diana kind of diving on her bed in the middle of the night when she was asleep, and they both got a fright. And yeah, that was a really great scene. Anne kind of apologising and the way she went about that, and sort of giving Josephine compliments. And yeah, it's very different the way that she came around in this. It's a different kind of story, but I really liked it, and she was just as nice. Really nice character, that Josephine character, really nice, yeah. And yeah, they were really good scenes. That scene particularly, when Anne was apologising to her, was really great. And like I said, she was kind of, I felt this way in Anne with an E a little bit as well. I don't know if I mentioned that during that show, but she was kind of, I wouldn't say she ignored Diana, but there wasn't many scenes with her and Diana. It was all about Anne, wasn't it? And any time the two of them, Anne and Diana, were with Josephine, most of Josephine's attention was on Anne. I mean, Anne's the main star of the show, of course, but, you know, Diana is her granddaughter. No, she's her great aunt, right? Or aunt. She's her niece. So you'd expect. Is she a great aunt? I think she must be a great aunt, right? Because she's quite a bit older than Diana's parents. So yeah, she's not Diana's mother's or father's sister. Yeah, I think she's a great aunt. So anyway, so a great niece, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't say she ignored her exactly, but she didn't invite her. She invited Anne like in Diana's presence, and then Diana was like an afterthought. I think even Anne had to say, didn't she? Can I bring Diana? And she's like, oh, maybe. So oh, if you want to, you know, it's like, okay. That's what I meant by when I was talking about Diana. There was no reaction about that relationship. I meant like how you'd feel, you know, how you'd feel like, not only is it a bit strange that, you know, your best friend, like your aunt seems to immediately adore your best friend, which isn't strange, but to kind of adore her more than you, you know, and like invite her to stay with you and stuff without inviting Diana. But you'd be a bit weirded out by that, wouldn't you? Hold on, you'd feel a bit kind of like an afterthought, like I said, like you're not as important to her as this new relationship. She just met Anne, and she's like her whole world, it seems, almost. Yeah, that's what I meant by there was no real reaction there. Yeah, had the scene where they pushed her out in the boat. That was going to happen in Anne with an E, but we didn't see it because Diana's mother, spoiler for Anne with an E if you see that, but she interrupted that. Yeah, it didn't happen, but yeah, they actually did in this. I don't know what the plan was because, like I said, yeah, I mean, they gave her a gentle push. I guess there's a current, and they thought they knew she was going to make it to the other side of the river, and she didn't. It started to sink, but surely they would have stored a couple of oars in there so she could have, if you know, anything could have happened, like the current could change, or she couldn't have made it. She'd been stranded out there, even if it didn't sink. But okay, I said actually, it's funny because I said during Anne with an E that the boat they used in that scene looked so rickety and old. I was like, oh god, I hope they don't push her out because yeah, I don't trust that boat. I was right. In this boat looks fine, but actually it started to sink. Yeah, that was a good scene though. I really thought for a second that they were going to think she's a ghost or something. I really did. It just felt that way because you know what, we saw that scene before in the previous part in the woods, right, in the forest, where Diana was like super scared of ghosts and stuff, and she was convinced Anne had drowned, and they all were, weren't they? They were like, oh no, she's drowned. So I thought as soon as they saw her, they'd be like running up to them. They'd be like, oh my god, it's a spirit or something. But no, they didn't go there. I was a little bit kind of disappointed, right word, a little bit. I expected a bigger reaction from Matthew in that scene, by the way, when it turned out she was fine when he showed up, because they'd obviously gone to get Matthew, and yeah, they were, I guess, heading back to the river. But Matthew's face when he realised she wasn't drowning, or she hadn't drowned, he just had a bit of a smile on his face. You'd think he'd be like super relieved. Marilla had more of a reaction. Marilla was like, oh, which maybe plays into, again, the fact that, or supports really, the fact that maybe Marilla loved her even more than Matthew, you know? I've suspected that, and even with Anne with an E, I suspected that. I mean, obviously we know Matthew loved her as well, but yeah, but her face and the relief from her was more than we got from Matthew. But maybe Matthew thought of the way he is, maybe thought, it's nothing, she'll be fine. Maybe he kind of knew. I don't know. But that was a funny scene as well with Gilbert, where he had to rescue her. She had to let him as well. She was so reluctant, wasn't she? But I like that scene. I really did. Yeah, Gilbert was really nice, wasn't he? Really nice to her. Well, after the pigtail incident where he called her carrots, yeah. But that was to get her attention. That was just misjudged, wasn't it? And yeah, but she never forgave him for well over a year, I think. Jesus. But yeah, it was nice. He was really nice to her, and especially at the end there, that was so sweet. That was so nice. Gave up his place in the local school to take her place in the school further away, and like his parents or his dad couldn't afford the other college, so yeah, he had to pay his way, and he's gonna have to pay even more now, isn't he? But maybe Marilla can help him out with that, because Anne is helping on the farm now, and yeah, maybe they can like help him financially. I don't know. We'll have to find out if he needs it. He probably wouldn't take it anyway, would he? But yeah, I'm trying to get this to play again. Anytime I click on it, like I said, it's opening another window. Now it's buffering. There's probably more to talk about. That's what I'm looking for, but it's okay. I've talked enough, I think, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really did. It was better than the first part, and there was lots of stuff that I've learnt now that I didn't know because Anne with an E cut that short. The after college or during college stuff, yeah, and it was just so sweet the way it ended, and it's kind of set it up nicely. Actually, I really hope for the next part that they use the same actors. That's what I'm hoping for. It would be kind of weird if they were different actors, but even in this, I'm sure they will. Not only did they make Anne up to look older, I think she may have been older, and Gilbert certainly in that last scene looked quite a lot older. He looked taller, and his face looked more kind of masculine looking. I think they actually filmed that part, at least, if not a few parts before that. It seemed like almost like 3/4 of the way through this, they just suddenly aged. It's not aged, but looked older. Which means aged. I don't mean they look old, obviously, but yeah, older than they were. Let me know. Maybe they just made them up that way. I don't know, but I think they may have filmed some of this later. In which case, that kind of makes me think that they're going to use the same actors probably, because they may have, before they started to film the next part. I think it's called Anne of Avonlea. I think someone told me that. Before they started to film that, perhaps they, waited until they were filming that to film the last scene or the last few scenes of this, let's say. And then they immediately started to film the next part, maybe. I don't know, maybe that's what you can let me know. I'll find out, I guess, if I watch the next part. I was going to say when I watch the next part. I probably will. It's just, I'll definitely watch it. React to it. I don't know if I'll see how many views this gets and see if anyone, I'm sure someone will want me to, but I need to kind of feel like there's enough people who want me to react, because it's a big task doing all the setup, all the editing and stuff. And although this one won't be a big edit, I don't think, but yeah, it's just a lot to do, for just like one or two people who want me to do it, but we'll see. I'll definitely watch it, and if I do, I'll maybe do a little video and tell you what I felt about that. But if I don't react to it, I'll watch it off camera. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let me know what you think I should do, and yeah, I'll make a decision based off that, I think. But yeah, thanks for watching this one. I enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll come back if I do do another one. Hopefully you'll come back and join me for that one. If not, then thanks for joining me with an E and for this. I've really enjoyed both. I'm so pleased I did this now, because the first part, like I said, I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this is something to react to, given that it was also similar. But this one, yeah, hopefully there's a bit more of a reaction in this one. And yeah, even though I got lost here and there in certain parts, that was my fault. Probably I was talking too much or didn't pick up on what they were saying sometimes. But yeah, I think it was overall maybe a better reaction. I'll let you be the judge of that. But hope you enjoyed it anyway. And yeah, see ya for maybe the next one. If not, see ya. Because I don't know if I'm going to come back on this channel, but I might do. See you in the future at some point, maybe. Thanks, and see ya. Bye.